back to Dear Peachy. Let's be real. One of the most admired beauty goals out there is having a slimmer, more sculpted face. It just brings out your features in such a refined, delicate way. A snatched jawline, lifted cheekbones. It gives that effortlessly polished look we all love. Maybe you've been wondering how to achieve that look. You've tried facial yoga, but let's be honest. The results take forever and most of us give up halfway through. You've probably tried hiding it with your hair, but that doesn't always do the trick either, right? Now, don't get me wrong, every face shape is absolutely beautiful. Whether you're rocking a round face, an oval, a square jawline, or anything in between, you're stunning just the way you are. This isn't about changing who you are, it's about enhancing what you've already got. So in today's video, we're dissecting all the little tricks that can help visually slim and sculpt your face, from hair hacks and makeup tips to outfit choices that make a difference. It's all about working smart with what you've got, and we've got you covered from every angle. But hey, before we jump into all the solutions, let's pause for a second and ask, is your face really that wide? Or are you just being a little too hard on yourself? Sometimes, we overthink our appearance, especially when we're constantly comparing ourselves to beauty standards online. The truth is, a wide face doesn't exist in isolation. It's part of your overall proportions, your bone structure, head shape, even body proportion can influence how your face looks. If you're curious, here's a simple way to find out if your head is actually on the wider side. Grab a flexible measuring tape and wrap it around the widest part of your head, just above your eyebrows and ears. Make sure it's snug, but not tight, and do it a couple of times to make sure you get an accurate reading. For reference, the average adult female head circumference is around 55 cm, but the normal range is anywhere from 53 to 58 cm. If your measurement goes above 58 cm, that might explain why your face appears a little broader. It's just your natural proportions. And honestly, that's totally okay. Bigger head equals to more room for beauty, right? Now, what if you measured your head and it turns out to be within the normal range, but it still looks big in photos? Well, here's something most people don't realize. It might not be your face or head at all. It could be your head to shoulder proportion. When your shoulders are naturally broader, they help balance out the size of your head, making it appear smaller and more proportionate. But if you have narrower or sloped shoulders, your head can visually look bigger, even if your head size is totally average. It's all about proportions and visual balance. Same head size, different shoulder width gives a completely different overall vibe. So don't be too quick to blame your face. It might just be the way your upper body is framed. Here's another thing people often overlook. The distance between your facial features actually plays a big role too. If your features are more closely set, meaning your eyes, nose, and mouth are positioned closer together toward the center of your face, it can make your face appear wider. That's because there's more visible space between the outer corners of your eyes and the edge of your face, which creates the illusion of a broader canvas. Meanwhile, wider set features tend to spread everything out, making the face look more elongated and balanced. So it's not always about the actual size of your face, it's about how everything is arranged. And finally, one last check, the jawline angle. Tilt your head back slightly and look in the mirror. If the angle of your jaw, the corner where your jawline meets your neck, is wider than 90 degrees, that usually means you have a broader face shape. If it's 90 degrees or sharper, then your face shape leans more toward the narrow side. All of these little details all come together can influence how your face is perceived. Hair does wonders when it comes to redefining your facial proportions. For most wider face shapes, the visual weight tends to sit around the lower third of the face, around the jawline and cheeks. So, to balance things out, We want to lift that weight upward by creating volume at the top of the head and around the temples. You can easily achieve this with a blow dryer, some teasing, or using hot tools like curling irons to style the roots and upper layers of your hair. This trick helps to draw the eyes up, making your face appear longer and more sculpted. Now, when it comes to bangs, avoid short, blunt ones, especially those cut straight across the forehead. They can make your face look wider and rounder by drawing a harsh horizontal line across the top of your face. Instead, go for something softer like side-swept S-shaped bangs, curtain bangs, or Korean-style air bangs. These styles add movement and reduce the blank space around your outer contour, which helps break up the width and slims down the overall look of your face. But here's the thing, length matters. Curtain bangs that are cut too short and fall just above the cheekbones may cover your forehead, but they leave the lower half of your face exposed. This can actually make your face take on a trapezoid shape, which emphasizes width, and we definitely don't want that. A better option? Try styling your bangs into an S-shaped side sweep. This adds softness and curve, and also reveals more skin around the forehead, helping to balance out both the upper and lower halves of your face. Ideally, you want the ends of your bangs to curl in at the lower cheek level, right around the jawline. That's the sweet spot that helps create a more slender oval illusion. Little detail makes a big difference too, and we are talking about baby hairs. Those soft, wispy strands around your hairline? They're not just cute, they're strategic. By gently pulling out a few baby hairs near the sides of your face, especially around the ear area, you can instantly soften your jawline and make it appear smaller. Also, contrary to popular belief, letting your hair down isn't always the best way to cover a wide face, especially if the lower half of your face is wider. Wearing your hair down can actually add more visual presence to the sides of your face, making it look even broader. Instead, try pulling your hair up into a high ponytail, messy bun, or an effortless updo. This instantly lifts the visual focus upwards, giving you a fresher, more sculpted look. When it comes to slimming the face, what we're really trying to create is facial forward projection. If you've watched our previous video on visual weight, you'll remember that narrower face shapes naturally have more forward projection, meaning their features tend to pop forward, giving a more sculpted appearance. So what we want to do is recreate that illusion with makeup. It's all about creating light and shadow strategically, and it starts from the very first step, foundation. Instead of applying foundation evenly all over the face, try focusing the product within the inner contour, that central part of your face, like the forehead center, nose, cheeks, and chin. As you blend it outward, lightly pat a thin layer toward the outer edges of your face, just enough to even out your skin tone, but still allow some natural shadows to peek through. This subtle difference in tone between the center and edges creates the illusion of depth and structure, almost like a soft contour without even using contour products yet. Now, if you have a wider face shape, you might notice that most of the width sits around the cheeks and chin. This often creates more blank space in the lower half of the face, which can make the face look even bigger and wider. So, the goal here is to shift the focus upwards, toward the eyes. And we can do that with a few clever makeup tricks. Use eyeliner to elongate your eyes, mascara to lift and lengthen your lashes, and eyeshadow to deepen and define your eye area. All these little steps help to make your eyes pop more and grab attention, pulling the visual weight upward and away from the lower half of your face. If you need help picking the right eyeshadow colors, eyeliner styles, or even finding the perfect falsies for your eye shape, we've got separate videos on all of that, so make sure to check them out too. And don't forget about your brows, they're powerful in shaping your face. A longer brow can make your face look narrower by visually stretching out the width of your features. On the other hand, try to avoid flat, straight brows as they don't add much dimension to the face. Instead, go for a brow with a slight arch or curve. This adds more depth and naturally complements almost every face shape. Now, if you absolutely love the straight brow look and it suits your vibe, which is totally fine, here's a little tweak you can try. Just fill in a slightly sharper tail at the end of your brows to create a subtle arch. It gives you the best of both worlds, keeping the straight, clean style while still helping your face look more lifted and defined. Other than that, you'll also want to be mindful of your lip color. Avoid super vibrant or deep shades, as gorgeous as they are. They can instantly draw attention to the lower half of your face, which is the opposite of what we're trying to do. Instead, go for lighter, more natural shades that are close to your actual lip color. This way, the focus stays higher, around your eyes and brows, helping your face look more lifted and balanced overall. Now, when it comes to adding dimension to the face, facial contouring is definitely one of the most effective techniques. But here's a little secret. Blush can play a huge role too, if you pick the right shades. In Western makeup aesthetics, blush is often used to emphasize the cheekbones with richer and deeper colors. However, for many of us, especially Asians with softer, less prominent facial structures, this method might not be the most flattering. Instead, what we want is a subtle contour that shapes the face without looking harsh or unnatural. And for that, muted matte shades are your best friend. Lighter or very vibrant blush colors actually do the opposite. They can expand the applied area, making your cheeks look bigger or wider. So, if your goal is to create a slimmer and more sculpted look, stick to muted matte shades and avoid blushes with pearl scent or shiny finishes. This way, you can softly enhance your features while keeping everything looking fresh, natural, and super flattering. And of course, we definitely can't skip contour. But before you start applying it, it's super important to know where exactly to place it. There are two simple lines that can help you map out your inner and outer contour areas. First, imagine a line starting from the middle of your chin and extending up to the highest point of your cheekbone. Then, the second line goes from your brow arch diagonally up toward the center of your hairline. Everything outside of these lines, that's your outer contour area. And that's where you want to apply your contour powder to intensify the shadows, making your inner face look more forward, lifted, and refined. At the same time, use a matte highlighter to brighten up the areas inside these lines, like the center of your forehead, your nose bridge, and your chin. This contrast between the shaded and highlighted areas instantly creates a more dimensional, balanced look and makes your face appear smaller and more sculpted. Avoid applying contour onto your temple area. It can make your face look flat or even wider if not done carefully. So just keep your contour focused on the outer parts we just mapped out. Now, here's another trick that can actually make your face look smaller. It's all about where you apply your pearlescent or shiny highlighter. Normally, we're taught to highlight the highest point of our cheekbones to make them pop. But the secret that K-idol makeup artists have been quietly gatekeeping is, they don't apply it right on top of the cheekbones. Instead, they place it a little inward, just below the eyes. By doing this, it creates the illusion that your cheekbones are being pushed inward, making your inner contour smaller and giving you that beautiful narrow face effect. Last but definitely not least, outfits can be your secret weapon when it comes to making your face look smaller and slimmer. We all know that V necklines are super flattering and can instantly make the face look slimmer. But what most people don't realize is how wide or how deep the V-neck should actually be really depends on your body proportion. If you have a shorter neck or broader arms, super wide necklines might not be the best choice, because they can expose too much skin without really enhancing your shape. Instead, go for a narrower, deep V-neck. This draws the eye vertically, giving the illusion of a longer neck and a more elongated, slimmer face. And for the colder seasons, you can still achieve that V-neck effect by styling your scarves in a way that creates a pointed, V-like shape. It's such a simple trick, but makes a huge difference. Also, try to avoid jewel necklines or halter necklines, because they can cut off your neckline and throw off the head-to-body proportion, making your face and upper body look heavier or unbalanced. If you have narrower shoulders, you can actually play with your outfit choices to balance things out. Try wearing tops with off-the-shoulder necklines or flutter sleeves. They help create the optical illusion of expanding your shoulder width, which, in contrast, makes your face look slimmer and more refined. The key here is to expose more skin around your neck and collarbone area. Another clever hack is to wear light-colored clothing. Lighter colors naturally draw people's attention. So instead of focusing too much on your face shape, their eyes are effortlessly diverted across your whole look. Earrings with high visual presence can actually help balance the proportions of your face. If you've watched our previous video, the complete guide to picking the right earrings for your face shape, you'll know that bigger earrings tend to suit wider face shapes so much better. Chunkier designs or anything with more visual presence really bring out the beauty of a wider face shape, making it look more structured and defined. On the other hand, delicate or dainty earrings can sometimes have the opposite effect. They can make wider faces appear flatter and even wider, because there's not enough dimension or balance happening visually. Similarly, if you have a wider face shape, it's best to avoid earrings that have a heavy focal point at the bottom. Those designs tend to drag the face downward. Instead, go for earrings that have a more elongated, thicker structure with an even or medium-level focal point. This creates a more balanced and harmonious look that complements your face shape beautifully. Hats are such a great accessory to bring visual attention upwards and draw the focus to the upper half of your face. But the trick lies in choosing the right type of hat. Hats that lack structure, like soft knitted beanies, aren't the best choice for wider face shapes. They tend to cover the forehead and sit flat on the head, offering no structure or definition, which can actually make the face appear wider and flatter. Instead, opt for hats that have more structure and presence, like a beret, boater, fedora, or Panama hat with a slightly wider brim. These styles help create a more elongated and balanced look for the face. And here's a key styling tip when wearing these hats. Don't pull them too low on your forehead. Wear them towards the back of your head to expose more of your forehead. A quick way to check is to make sure the brim doesn't go past your hairline and never covers your forehead. This simple adjustment can instantly lift and slim the appearance of your face. Every face shape has its own unique beauty. Wider face shapes are no exception. They have a strong, stunning presence that's just as beautiful. These little makeup and styling tricks are just here to enhance what you already have and help you feel your best. All of these tips can be easily applied into your daily styling, and the best part is they're simple to learn and practice. You don't have to use every single one, just find a few that work best for you, and you'll be surprised how much they can elevate your beauty. We hope these tips help you achieve that snatched and sculpted look you're aiming for. Let us know in the comments which tip you found most helpful, or share your own tricks for making your face look even more snatched. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you in the next video. Goodbye.